I'm just reading the names of the people that are already in the studio. Please don't sign out, even if you are not seeing your picture yet. But Abuchi Oi Ola and Chukwu Dala, Joshua, Ahana, Judah, Osamudiane, you all are in the studio. Grace and Eta.
Is there somebody's my
and one of your biggest critics? He's from your state.
Nobody's my critics. Everybody, they're all contributing.
Yeah, exactly.
Critics are people who also help you to do better. So
please, you only have 10 seconds. I'm sorry. Just go straight to your point. Say your first name. Go straight to whatever you want to ask. I beg of you. The man is tired.
No
we
problem.
Appreciate his time and the event. He's enjoying it. What they are trying to drag him out since. He says he's enjoying the interview, sir. Go and start the program. He will come later. So please, once you get in the studio, sir, yes, please go straight to your question and please don't drag anything. Rudolph Okonko, you have 10 seconds.
Governor, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay.
Governor,
okay.
Governor, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate this time to talk to you.
What's your question, Rudolph?
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So my question is very simple. Most people in Nigeria, they believe that the country is broken. The country is like a car that is that knocked engine and it doesn't need a new driver, that it needs to be fixed. The engine needs to be fixed, but you want to be the driver of the car, that the engine is knocked. Let me read you what your hero, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu said. I know, we have to frame it very well. The Federation, this was in 1969. He said that the Federation of Nigeria is as corrupt, and oppressive and irreformable as the Ottoman Empire was in Eastern Europe over a century ago. And in contrast, the Federation of Nigeria, in the form it was constituted by the British, cannot, by any stretch of the imagination, be considered an African necessity. Yet we are being forced to sacrifice our very existence as a people to the integrity of that ramshackle creation that has no justification either in history or in the freely expressed wishes of the people. So the question is this: was Ojukwu wrong in 1969? Do you think that Nigeria, as is currently constituted, is necessary, is working for people? And do you think that we need to get a new driver instead of changing the engine of this car that is not?
I don't understand.
Rudolph, you know, I was the person who said that this car has an engine knob.
I didn't want to say that. I wanted to say it. Good.
Require that changing a driver will not make a difference.
Yes. And what changed?
It was my own position. I remain my position. But what I keep saying is that we don't need to keep the driver that knocked the engine or the driver that knocked the engine. We need to change the driver that will even take it to the workshop where it is going to be fixed. Because even if you see vehicles that are being towed, there's somebody there managing to turn the wheels until you get to the mechanic center. Otherwise, it's going to be worse. You know.
So that's what you are going to do.
You need to send it to the mechanic workshop. Somebody needs to be driving it so that we don't have a situation where it will go from engine knock to the car and then a full-blown accident. But that, what is position you've taken, and I said, Ojukwu was my leader. And on his last days, he believed that with competent leadership, you can start repairing the situation. Like Achebe said, there's nothing wrong with Nigeria. The air is good, the food is good, the environment is good. God blessed us. What we are lacking is to have leadership, character, competence, capacity, and commitment to building a better Nigeria. Every country is as diverse as we are. Even some are more diverse as we are. Big countries like Indonesia are more diverse. Even if we talk about religion, the biggest Muslim country is Indonesia. So why are they doing well and everything? And today in Nigeria, you know that no part of Nigeria is doing well. I've asked people who think it's about tribe, why is there Katsina not the safest place in Nigeria? Why can't we drive to Kaduna by road or by air, anything? Is it because someone from southwest or southeast is the president? No. Is there anywhere the northerners buy bread cheaper? Or is there any road that they can go on?
Well, Governor, let me.
What place is the problem? And this problem can't be fixed if we start fixing it. While I believe, like I say every day, we need to start a process of talking about how we can restructure the place to make it more effective. I just talked about policing. There's no reason why you should not have a state police. There's no reason why federal government should be the one dealing with the issue of education. There's so many things that we can do to restructure the place and make it more effective while remaining as a true federation and running effectively.
Thank you, Rudolph. Sir, you don't.
I know he wants to ask more.
Yes. Governor.
Don't worry. I'll collect his data from me and we'll discuss.
Yeah, I'll give you his number. So
yes, I like critics because
Good. Thank you.
Makes things better.
Please help me fix this audio thing because when people ask questions, it's echoing.
Rudolph, don't worry, I'll get to you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
In fact, you should do an interview with Rudolph. Sir, before we move on, I just want to acknowledge the fact that a number of viewers donated money to my YouTube account as they're watching, and I just want to thank you. Like, you didn't need to, but I really appreciate it. I also saw in the comment section some of the viewers who are complaining about the questions that I'm asking. Please, my people, you should know that Mr. Peter Obi is trying to work for us. We are supposed to employ whoever will be the president, and you would agree with me, sir, that anybody that is a president of Nigeria should be open to being held accountable.
Yes, completely. That every question is welcome.
Thank you.
That's why when you talk about Rudolph criticizing me, I say it's my friend.
If the man is not taking offense,
no, there's no offense.
Don't take offense on his behalf.
There's never anything you say that is offensive.
If the man is trying to be our president, we should be able to hold him accountable. You know, all these things that you are saying, sir. If you should become president in the next so years, or by next year, I'm one of the people that will be reminding you. Remember what you said when we had that interview. So please.
That was I'm giving you timeline. I didn't say I'll do it tomorrow.
You said in the next 5 years, electricity.
Yeah, so what am I doing then?
So I know that you guys are obedient, you are his supporter, but the man is not offended by me asking him questions. I don't even think these are tough questions. These are regular questions. So anyway, Rudolph, thank you so much. I need to let in the next person. His name is Abuchi Oy. Abuchi Oy, please, you have 2 seconds to turn on your camera and to unmute yourself and start talking. Mm-hmm. Yes, please start talking, sir.
Okay. Am I coming clear?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for having me. Okay. So, Governor, thank you for coming out for the interview. I would have been there in California, but it was a very short notice. My question is, but before that, though, I had the privilege to
I think it's frozen.
Guilty. Am I coming through?
Yeah, please get to your question.
Okay. Please. I'm coming. If you can give me a few seconds, okay? From ground up.
Coming,
yeah.
We can take the next person while he's coming. Ola, please, you are live. Please ask your question.
Okay, I built the company from ground up.
Okay.
And basically got out of Nigeria after 5 years because of really, really bad infrastructure. My vehicles were basically getting into problems, no electricity to manufacture my product. And eventually I got out of Nigeria and I came back to the United States. Nigeria has so many low-hanging fruits of problems that we can solve.
And your questions are?
If you can let me land, I'll ask my question, okay? Infrastructure development that would also go into what you're talking about, productivity. China, right, facilitated the government of China basically inject money into Chinese companies and build them up. And that's how China was able to basically employ so many people in their countries. And they didn't quite leave the Chinese infrastructure development to the individuals or maybe the companies. So they had a lot of government innovations so that they propped up so many companies that then hired their population, right? So I think I heard you a while ago say that you're going to leave everything to private companies to
No, that's not what I said.
For employment, right?
If you listen to what I said when I was starting, I said what you need to do with those, what China did, they didn't invest money in the companies. What China did was to support micro, small businesses, which are the businesses that have become big companies now. That's what I said we're going to do. We're going to train and have access to funding for the micro, small and medium enterprises that are going to be the engine of job creation. That's what nations have done.
Okay.
They're not supporting big companies.
Okay, let me ask my question now. Let me ask my question now.
They're supporting small businesses.
Okay.
And what you talked about infrastructure is critical. That's why I said we start with the most critical, which is power. But for every investor to come to any place, the first thing you need to deal with is the issue of intangible assets of security, rule of law, because law and order. In America today, over 50% of their GDP is intangible assets of security, rule of law, and order.
I totally agree.
Yeah. If we bring that and bring power, then we can, the more you generate more money, the more you can do infrastructure. So
would you actually, sir, would you actually, would your government actually put money into mid-size and also maybe even large-size companies or small companies? Would they actually inject money into those companies so that they can actually become bigger, so that they can employ more people?
Funding. Even if we don't inject money, in Indonesia, they have a percentage of lending that went into this business at a competitive rate and support them with other facilities like now we have multi-tax, multi-this, multi. These are things we need to create an environment for them to thrive. Government supports them in so many various ways. Now in Nigeria, to be a startup, start small businesses and run it, it's not easy. You're faced with all sorts of interferences, hindrances, also of everything is working against you. You need to create an environment for them to thrive.
Thank you, sir. The next person is Chuku Dalu. Please turn on your video and please go straight to the point. And then Ahana, please turn on your video because you are next.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. So my question...
So whoever is in charge of this event tonight, they should please help bring Mr. Peter Obi's outfit to where we are so that you can go from here. You will still go back up? Through the crowd?
It's
Okay.
very important.
All right, sir, please, Chukwudalu, please go ahead.
Okay, my question is, there are a lot of software engineers and programmers that leave Nigeria to different parts of the country, of the world, and they take all their expertise to develop other parts of the country. So my question is, how would you leverage tech, like upcoming technologies like blockchain and different artificial intelligence in your government to develop Nigeria and bring it to like the next level?
You know, I said it that all these people who are living today will come back. How will they come back? They will be the people that will come and invest when we create an environment. They will be the investors. They will not turn from those who left looking for a job abroad to investors that will create startups in Nigeria, do everything. It's happening. Is that how it happened in India and China? The biggest people that brought support to Indian tech companies and everything were Indians that left to come to America and everything, and UK. They went to invest. I lived with a neighbor who was an Indian who came to the UK, went to London School of Economics and everything. We made money in the UK, went to invest in a factory in India, and from there he's importing whatever he's doing into the UK and making money, and his people are employed. So for me, that brain drain will be a brain gain. What we need is to create an environment that will make them to start looking back. There are Nigerians that have. The first foreign investor we can get are Nigerians that left yesterday. They will come back to do what it's the same thing. What we need now in Nigeria is to have a leadership.
You already answered that question.
Will do something.
Chukwudalu, sorry, thank you so much. You actually answered that before. Ahana, please turn on your camera. What's your question, please? Okay, while Ahana is getting ready, Judah, please turn on your camera. What's your question, please? Okay, we don't have either of them. Osamudiame, thank you. Your camera is on. What's your question?
Good morning over there. Good evening from Nigeria. I am Osamudiame Olorutofayenti, by the grace of God, organizing director of Peter Obi Liberation Team here in Nigeria. Okay. Sir, what are the strategies and what do you have in place to bypass those who will be trying to sabotage your government and your policies when you come into the country as the president?
That may want to sabotage the voting. Just
well, let me tell you, we all collectively have to stop saboteurs from this process. Nigeria cannot continue the way it is today. So we must come collectively and say no to all forms of sabotage, whether it's by voting and by governance. When you put what you're going to do on the table, that's why I said, I'll be open to the Nigerian public. They will know where this vehicle is going. They will know what is happening to it. And with this, it will be difficult. Those who are today on the opposite side will drag them yelling and crying, but they will see that everybody is going to that direction. Because we must change this.
Judah, what's your question, please?
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Judah, do you have your question? If not, Dr. Grace, thank you, the first woman tonight. Please
okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you. So, my name is Dr. Grace. I've been living in the United States for 40 years as a teacher. I wanted to ask you, sir, I know that some of us would like to come back home, but we can't because of the security. And I thank you for saying that you will secure Nigeria for us to return. But one thing I wanted to ask is about the current corruption. What are you going to do to those people we know that are stealing? Are you just going to let them go?
Remember
or are you going to do something about it, sir?
Remember what I said first. The most important thing is that you stop it. If you have a store and people are stealing, I said it before, you don't need to close the store and start chasing those who are stealing.
No, but the ones that are stealing now, sir, are you going to try and get what they've stolen back from them?
For me, first and foremost, is that I concentrate my energy to ensure that the stealing is stopped. Then, of course, gradually, if there's a where we see obvious, we're not going to be into, blackmail, anything. We see that the obvious places where somebody has done something wrong.
Okay.
We try to the rule of law. The law must be applicable. Proper investigation, proper rule of law, and everything. Even if there's a place we negotiate and move on. But what is important to me is that we must stop it. And it can be stopped. And
this is for the past and present.
I was governor of Anambra State for 8 years. We were able to stop it. At least, if not 100%, by over 75%.
Okay, great.
Oh,
thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm really sorry Mr. Peter Obi needs to go. But
we must bring back and do this sometime. I have to come.
So are you making a promise, sir? There are so many people that want.
Yes, I'm making a promise. We can do this by Zoom, can't we?
I know we can do this remotely, but would you take people's questions if we?
Yes.
Okay, so
we can do it remotely. We can organize it and have 2 hours uninterrupted.
So you're promising 2 hours?
Yes, I'll give it to you. Yes.
All right.
I give you my contact. We negotiate
everyone
with time and we'll deal with it.
Sir, you agreed to this before I release him for you?
Yeah.
You will let
I apologize. I just came into California and my flight was delayed for 2 hours, so we lost the 2 hours. And I came straight from that long stay at the airport for over 3 hours.
Even the way you sound, you don't sound too good.
No, but
I wanted to thank you though, because you wanted to take a nap when I said hop back.
Yes.
We've been waiting since morning. I said I will bring my camera into where you are napping because
I would have loved it. It would have been better.
So thank you for doing this, despite how you were feeling. But before I let you go, you have promised that you will come back on the show, because I will announce that you said
I'll come back on the show. Not
come
immediately.
Back on the show.
Maybe in a few months' time.
In a few months' time.
But I'll come. Of course, I'm going to start the election campaign soon. So we're going to be able to.
So you promise to come back on the show. That's the only way that I will let you go, because I had some fun questions that I was also going to ask. But hey, the devil is a liar. I will still get to do this. So I want to thank you for your time. I also want to thank all the people that joined us. But sir, what about just these 2 people that are already there?
Okay,
Tosin, real quick, can you, as well as Remy Pose, please say what you want to say real quick.
Thank you very much, Adiola. Thank you for always engaging Nigerian politicians and then making sure that things are being done properly. Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time. You're very tired with them. Thank you so much. Now, going to the issue of refinery in Nigeria, from your comments yesterday in Canada, you said about, things have been stolen quite well. And now, a country that has 2 refineries that are not working, and then you have an indigene, a citizen of that country, building his own refinery. Now, what are you going to do to ensure that these things that we have work? Now,
so your question before you go forward is that the country's refineries are not working, NNPC refinery, but now you have the citizen Dangote building a refinery. What would
he even said yesterday that how can a country have a refinery?
Not working.
People are working in that refinery. They are being paid salary,
producing anything. So do you want him to address that real quick? Don't forget that he's being generous.
Yes,
sorry.
Let me be honest with you.
Address that, sir.
There's no reason why those refineries are not working. The only reason why they're not working is human being. It's human factor. It can be dealt with. You can actually turn it around. Like I said, do whatever is possible to make it work. And I assure you to work. I've seen things like that not work in Anambra State when I went there to be governor. And we made it work. It will work. Nigeria within 5 years must be able to refine crude in Nigeria.
Within 5 years, our own
we will refine crude in Nigeria.
Regardless
we have no
of-
reason to importing.
Well, I'm very
Nigeria.
sure that all of
And
these they are on record, and
The
we
record.
can.
That's why.
Yes.
Remember what I
So
said.
he said within 5 years
Remember
our
what I
electricity
said.
would
Remember
be
what I
fixed.
said before. Bring everybody who wants to be president. Let them not talk through proxies. Let's listen to them. I'm going around the world preaching and talking and giving assurances of what will happen with stipulated time. Not over
5
promising.
years. So really,
If those refineries are not going to work, I want to assure Nigerians that we'll be able to have through private public partnership facilities that will work, where we will refine our crude within 5 years.
So within 5 years, our refineries would work. Thank you, Tosin, for your time. The last person that he's taking is Real Mick Boss. Please, sir.
Yeah, Real Mike Boss. I'm speaking from Torino, Italy. Your Excellency, sir. I want to just quickly ask this question about the elections, the voting rights. How are we gonna like extend the voting rights to the diasporans, so we living right here, to also vote?
I said it in Canada
Because in
yesterday.
Kenya,
I said it
yeah,
in Canada
because in,
yesterday. There's no way Kenya and other countries will have Ghana and everybody have their diasporans voting, and it will not happen in Nigeria.
yes, that is what we are saying, because we are supposed to vote.
This is the last election diasporans are not going to vote.
Thank
If
you so
I'm
much for that
president,
Okay, sir.
they will
Okay, sir.
vote.
And one last question, sir. One last question, sir. Sir, please, sir, how are we sure that, because you were formerly a PDP member, sir, so how are we sure that you will not go back to that PDP eventually when you succeed to be the president of Nigeria? How are we sure you're not going to bring back the old party, the PDP that has actually scattered Nigeria?
Let me tell you, today, I tell people, the problem of Nigeria is caused not just by PDP. We now have two parties that have been there. We need the two of them to go away. And we'll start a new order.
Okay, sir.
This new order will be led by people who are committed to the future of Nigeria. And I want you to take note of that. We are not going to let Nigeria down. I will not be using my time, my energy, my resources to run around the world to fail. I pray to God every day, do not allow me to disappoint these young Nigerians that have hope and put their faith in me. God will not allow me.
Amen.
Thank
you, sir.
He's
Thank
the
you very
last
much, sir.
person.
Thank you,
Please,
Adiola.
Please.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you too. So,
I assure you that I'll be back.
okay, so
And
he
we'll
has
talk.
promised to be back on the show. But before he leaves, thank you so much, everybody that joined us. Please, and please, if you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe, because he's promising to come back. That is how you will know if he comes back on the show. We have to let him go, but thank you. Like, I really appreciate the time you took for this interview. All right, guys, that's everything we have for today. Until next time, I'm going to see you all later. Peace out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much. Thank you.